Welcome to this professional development workshop and on the use of Google Sites in the international classroom. Professional development can no longer just be about exposing teachers to concept or providing basic knowledge about teaching methodology. Instead, professional development in an era of accountability requires a change in the teacher's practice that leads to increasing in student learning. As educators, our primary goals are to teach our students the best way that we know how. To be the best, we must educate ourselves and keep up with the latest trends in technology. And as the world around us is always changing, we want students to be able to keep up and compete with the global communities. For us who teach in countries considered not first world countries and who might experience some technological difficulties from time to time in our classroom, this can become challenging. As the world becomes smaller and we are better connected, this new generation of students are more engaged in technology than ever before in our world's history. So we know that professional development is a priority in order to keep up with our students and our global communities, which means that on occasion, we must become the student in the classroom so that we learn new practices and technologies in order to better serve and teach our students. So we know that professional development is a priority, and all schools around the world have standards in which they measure the role of instructions and the best practices guiding these standards. Like some of our countries, as within the United States, as we are all studying, they also have issues surrounding professional development for its teachers. We must meet this call and learn these new technologies and new practices in order to teach our students and be a more effective teacher in the classroom. For this session, we'll be focusing on technology in the reading classroom. And my objective for this session is we're looking at Google Sites in terms of using all the resources and tools available for us to teach our students in the classroom. And the objectives for this session is to teach you to use Google Site effectively to teach your students. So at the end of this professional development session, you will be able to, or have an idea, start creating a site where that you can create a lesson for your students. Okay, so I want you to all go on google.com right now with me. And I know that before this session, as I tried to solicit you for this professional development session, I told you all to make a Google Site account. So I want us now to go on Google, okay, and find out, log into your Google Sites, and then you'll follow me, and we will create our own lesson, our own plan for the plan for the development site today. Okay? So let's start. Google Site is a free site that you can go onto, and there's no cost. In our international classrooms, we can use this free of charge as a resource to teach our students. And I know that sometimes, we have troubles in our classroom with, I know that in the Bahamas, electricity in the classroom sometimes doesn't work, so the technology. Same may be the case for Yemen, or Poland, or Saudi Arabia, or Jamaica. So sometimes we have to be creative in terms of our teaching practices and strategies that we use. Okay? And Google Sites, you can use them to create websites for your class. Okay? You can use to make digital storyboards for your class and be as creative, as you want for your learning objectives for your class. Okay, I just want to show you an example of some of the things that I have done in the classroom using Google Sites. Okay, and this is just a website that I made for reading in the classroom. And you can see that I have a picture. This is the introductory page. We can insert pictures in the page along with text. Okay, graphics in the page, to make it more exciting for our students. Okay. We can also embed videos to better teach our students, because we know that students are really interactive, and in terms of technology, their visual, is excited and engaged. So we can create, embed videos into it. Okay, and all of the different resources that are available for us there. So at this point, I want us to now start to create our own website and I want you to think about being able to use Google Site in your classroom to create a website like this, or a web quest. And I will look at, this is a web quest that I made for one of the classrooms, for teaching English and history to my students for the classroom. And here are some of the questions, central questions for this web quest. And I wanted, the focus for this web quest was to teach the students reading and history. And so we looked at this history of colonialism and slavery and post-colonialism, and I was able to use this web quest for the students, and so they didn't have to be directly in the classroom. They can access the internet wherever they are from, because like I said, and like we all know in our classes, yes, it might be a challenge sometimes with technology, okay? And there are various sites that you can go to when you're looking for, this is an evaluation rubric for the web quest that I created, and it's there so that the students, can access it and they know what is expected of them, okay? And curriculum map for this web quest, I used a Public, and so, okay, so now that it let me, we don't need to get into that, but right now in the session, I want you to go into Google Sites and try to develop your own website for a lesson plan and teaching reading or writing in your classroom, okay? And so just start, and I will be walking around so that I can instruct you or assist you in any manner that you may need. Okay, so just to go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes?
I created an account before.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You created a Google Site account. So now I just want you to go into your Google Apps. Right here. Google Site, here it is, and you just create, yes. Okay? So let me get rid of this while you work on that. Okay, and so at the, we're going to take about 10 minutes and just work on that. And, I want us to talk about, maybe some of the ideas that, I know it's a short session, so I don't expect you to complete everything, but I want us to be able to come together and talk a little bit about the ideas and how we can use that you came up for using GoogleSite in your classroom. And there are great resources. I don't want to keep interrupting you, but I just wanted to show you, some of the resources that and sites that you can go to, finding articles, that may excite the students, and you can just copy and paste the website into your page. You can see your introductory page should have, like I named my page, 3 stages of identity. And on this page you can add anything, from videos to articles, pictures to the page. And to edit the pages, there is a pencil. You can see at the top of your page there will be a little pencil there for editing. So you can go in there and just edit your page, changing the name of the page, changing all the resources, all the information, everything that you have on the page. You can also add pages. Okay, and you'll see this plus sign, and it's asking you there to create a page. And so you just go here, name the page, whatever you want to name the page. Okay, and it's asking you here also where do you want to put the page, at the top level, the bottom, wherever you choose to put the page, where it works chronological in your website. And also you'll see this action page where you can go in, move the pages around, copy, paste, and the colors of the pages, the font, everything there on the page. And you can just go into manage your site here. Okay, and when you go into manage your site, whatever you want to do on your site, themes, if you want to change the themes, colors of your page, it'll ask you. Content area, change the navigation, wallpaper, everything of your page. All of these prompts here, they help you to do that. Any questions? Everybody's having fun with it? And coming up with great ideas on how to use these and how to use GoogleSite in your classrooms? Let me know if everybody is okay and having a good time and you being able, because it's pretty easy the way. So I want you to be able to follow it. And if you have questions, please just ask and feel free to ask. And in about 2 or 3 minutes, I'm gonna stop you so that we can all just come together and talk about it, just for a few minutes. So just take your time. Moda, do you have any questions on your side? No? So you're doing pretty well? Good. Thank you. Okay, so now let's just talk a little bit about some of the ideas that you came up with for your website. Any volunteers? Or how would you use Googlesite in your classroom to teach your students? I know that you're an English teacher in Yemen. How is technology in your classrooms in Yemen, and how would you use?
Because of the challenges in my country, there are a lot of challenges in studying, teaching, and learning. So there is no electricity nowadays, so people don't have any access to reading or writing or whatsoever. So the teacher can have advantage of that Google Sites by making a site that has a lot of abstracts for reading, so the students can get access while they are at home or while they are, for example, if they don't have electricity at home, they can go to internet cafes and they can find out the or the extracts, okay? So they can read and they can find some questions and they can try to answer. And once we come to the class, we can discuss everything. So we can take advantage of that Google site in terms of the challenges that we have. So we can just overcome the challenges by this.
Okay, great. And Galila, do you have the same challenges that Mohammed talked about in your country, or how would you use Google Site in your classroom to teach a lesson?
I think now with technology in each schools and classrooms, that is easier to show my students how my work and how I do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good.
And it's helpful, I think, for each teacher, especially the technology is attractive students.
Okay, great. Okay, and Jamaica, is there same problems or issues? How would you use Google Site, or would you, in terms of technology in your country?
In terms of technology in my country, I think I would use it more in a different way, because we have the technology now in my country, but it's just that we don't apply it as much. So I think we would probably apply it more in terms of having the kids focus on this one area, or take them away from the internet, whereas they use it for games and entertainment, but apply it more for their education and the development of their future.
Okay, all right. Great, so I know that some of you have some really great ideas on using Google Site for your classroom, and because this is such a short session, we're not able to look at all of your creations. So I want you to continue to develop these ideas, and maybe develop a site in which you teach reading or writing for your students in your country, and they can be able to access technology, maybe not in the classroom all the time, but in internet cafes, like Mohammed said, and maybe in their homes and libraries around your various countries, and then be able to come together, and discuss it. So I think that it's really advantageous, for all of us as educators to be able to practice these different resources, tools, areas in order to become better teachers. Thank you.